All right, World of Matchups, week number 13, best bets. Bringing in to collab as always, the producer, the man on the other side, Spencer the Wiz at Blue Milk Boys Gaming. So, last time we were in the booth, man, I said some things with my chest that didn't come to fruition. The freaking Eagles, they won, but they just didn't cover. I don't know, man. I have not had a good best bets year at all, but I'm feeling really confident about my best bet for this week for a lot of different reasons. So, World of Matchups is going with the Washington Commanders -2. They're playing the New York Football Giants, who I just don't believe in at all. At all. I mean, I kind of feel like the Giants peaked really early versus bad teams. They did play some teams that's supposed to be good teams like Green Bay, but they're not good. They're bad teams. And so while Kayvon Thibodeau's having a nice year as a rookie, Evan Neal's doing some nice things. To me, Daniel Jones hasn't shown me anything that would warrant
No,
giving
he's
him a
gone.
long-term deal whatsoever. I don't think they're going to pick up that option. And their wide receiver room is just shambles, man. I mean, Kadarius Toney is gone. Babytron has never done anything of any value since he's put on a New York Giants jersey.
I don't think he's done anything, period. Not a valley. I
And
don't think
Kenny Galladay might be the biggest bust since Jamarcus Russell. I mean, he's been awful. He's been terrible. I mean, he has done nothing for the New York Giants at all. Their tight end room, I mean, Bellinger, does that guy galvanize anything in you? I mean, outside of Saquon Barkley, who do they have, man? They just really don't have much going on at all. Okay. And here comes the Washington Commanders, who, despite the Sean Taylor debacle, despite Daniel Snyder being a piece of shit, despite Ron Rivera having cancer and overcoming it, despite Carson Wentz being a cancer, they have done nothing but look really good since Brian Robinson has come back from being shot and making the move to Taylor Heineke. And I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Sometimes these moves pay dividends. Look at Mike White with the New York Jets. Taylor Heineke is not a great quarterback. He is a better than average backup. Taylor Heineke might be the best backup in the league, but he is playing at a very high level right now. He's not turning the ball over. And with Gibson and Robinson, they're running the ball at teams. They're playing bully ball, as witnessed on Monday night when they beat up the Eagles. They beat the Eagles up in that game. All right. They're hot right now. And they're 7-5. The Giants are 7-4. All of a sudden, could the Commanders be challenging Dallas for the division? Folks, what's happening right now? This team is not flying under the radar unless you're a casual football fan. They are getting back their stud on defensive end, Chase Young. I know he'll be on a pitch count, but still, that's another solid player that is going to be going against a very inferior, weaker team. I know they're at home, and I know Big Blue is fired up, but these are two teams trending in the wrong direction. The spread is 2. It's not 2.5. It's not 3. So if you're telling me all I got to do is get a field goal to win, I'm taking that. I'm taking those points and I'm laying it. Their kicker has been, I think he was Offensive Player of the Month. I mean, so they're winning with just field goals on top of field goals on top of field goals. The defense is good. They're going to swarm Saquon Barkley. I'm really concerned about Saquon in this game because that's all the Giants have. If you're looking for Danny Dimes to go out and throw the ball 50 times to win, you're not going to get it, folks. It ain't happening. Guys, he's not that good. Daniel Jones does not deserve the nickname Danny Dimes. What dimes is he throwing? Okay, he is overrated. The team is overrated. They're young. They're on the come up. Okay, coaches got them moving in the right direction. That's the best coaching hire last year, so there's no question about that. But we're talking about moving into a position where you are going to make the playoffs and make some noise. And when you lose at home to the Lions, who didn't just beat you but drilled you, I cannot take you with confidence anywhere in the universe. And so I'm taking the Commanders -2 here. This might be the best bet I've had all year. I would be absolutely shocked if this does not come to fruition. And I'm throwing this on a teaser card, and I may even lay something on the side here big because I really like them a lot here. Your thoughts on this, and what is your best bet this week?
Yeah, I mean, two teams heading in like opposite directions. You talked about that. The Commanders way on fire, and the Giants starting to sputter out a little bit here. And I think we all kind of knew that. They started out really well. I think more than anything, it's a testament to how good Mike Dable has been as their head
Dable's
coach.
been great. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's real. Any other coach probably makes this a one-win team. It's not a great roster.
They have no wide receivers.
Yeah. So they're going to have a lot of work to do in the offseason. So they're lucky that they secured a really good head coach to kind of lead them into the future. And I think they have a new GM as well. They go through GMs like, I don't know, like milk at the store, man. Like,
it's ridiculous.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. But I really like your bet. I think my ticket of the week is going to be Dolphins money line, Commanders -2. That's probably what I'm going to end up rolling with. I may even end up taking money line for Commanders too. It's 2 points. I can't imagine that if they're going to win, they're not going to win by 1 point. So that's probably my ticket of the week. I kind of like that. But my best bet, and maybe I'll do a 3-team or 2. I'm not sure. It's not a good feeling to do this, but this is wrong. This line is wrong. I mean, the Browns -8 over the Texans.
They're going to demolish that team.
There's no secret here that the only reason that they suspended Deshaun Watson 11 games is so that he could come back and play against the Texans. Obviously, I mean, it's just degenerate. Roger Goodell has no shame, but
none.
And they set this line wrong, I think, on purpose. They just want people to start betting on the Browns so they can start forgetting about it. You get a win, it feels good about betting. You start it's just you see this happen all the time, and it's just about money. It's about money for the league, and the league
always is.
The league wants you to be interested in the Browns. I want you to start betting on them. You get an easy win for the Browns this week. You start betting on them some more later. Come on, dude. They can just see it coming. The Texans are throwing out Kyle Allen. Probably doesn't even know how to throw a football anymore. You know, he had a few good games for the Commanders, and everyone got super excited. I think they were like the Redskins still at that point, actually, when Kyle Allen was playing for them. But, you know, this guy's just a backup quarterback, hasn't played for the Texans, whose number one wide receiver we talked about was a guy who doesn't want to be there, in Brandon Cooks. They have a long way to go, but this is a bad Texans franchise, and we know that. There's no secret. They're always run very poorly since the year they were conceived. And this is going to be a blowout. I mean, from every which way. You look at what Josh Jacobs did to them. I mean, good Lord. I mean, what is Nick Chubb going to be next? It's not even going to be a competition. Deshaun Watson's going to
They're not trying to win, bro.
I think I'm trying to convince myself to start Deshaun Watson in this game, but I think there's going to be too many rushing touchdowns before I see anything. And obviously, you want to see what Deshaun Watson looks like first. Because I pretty much picked up Deshaun Watson for this playoff push that we're going to have in our fantasy league. So I'll see how he looks this week because I have Joe Burrow too. But yeah, going back to this -8, it should be like 13 or something like that. This isn't going to be
at least 10.
Yeah.
There's no way it shouldn't be double digits. Did you see Houston's box score last week? Did you watch any? Go look
point to any week. You look at the box.
Go look at any, but last week, bro.
Yeah.
But last
week, it's really starting to fall apart.
Good Lord, man.
They're going to draft Bryce Young, and that's all they care about.
They're not trying to win. I mean, Jesus couldn't fix this team right now. They're horrible, bro. So I mean, 8 points. I'm rolling with that all day. If you're scared and you're a pussy, tease it down. But my God, man, they're bad. The Houston Texans are the worst team in the NFL, and it ain't close.
No, it's not.
Ain't close. It ain't close. So that's best bets for this week. World of Matchups coming to you guys live and direct, Las Vegas, Nevada. Spencer the Wiz, Blue Milk Boys Gaming, bringing the heat as always. Enjoy week 13, everybody. I'm telling you, man, Commanders, lay that wood. We'll talk to you guys next week.